Hi gang, welcome back down to Boundless Bay. We are riding in the passenger seat on board one of our timber and tools trucks that we put together last time out. Now, with the ships, they've started bringing planed timber back into Masterton here, and these trucks are up and running and doing their thing. We've got tools being produced as we speak. What I've done is the two ships that we had bring the timber down, I've spaced the ships, not spaceships, I've spaced the ships. I've spaced them at equidistance just so we know that, you know, it's giving the best chance of taking full shipments in at a sort of a regular interval, basically. If you've got two ships coming in back to back, you're never going to get... One ship's probably going to run empty while the other one runs full. So it's a bit hopeless. Anyway, so I've gone ahead and done that. We're going to be working still on the same side of the map. We're going to be actually getting into the goods section of things, and I'll show you why shortly. We've got some ramping up of vehicles because we've got a lot of products sitting on the deck in certain places that we need to check out, or we did before when I was having a look around anyway. I've also done some work on the port up the other end, I think Port Charles, so we'll go and check that out as well. I haven't done heaps, but I've married it up so the passenger port looks like it now joins the cargo port, so it looks a little more neater, put it that way, like it belongs, basically. Alright, we're gonna get out of here shortly. This is a good shot, actually. I'm really happy with how much room we've got in this passenger seat, I'll be honest. This is a really good... I could do this all day, but we're not going to. We're gonna get out of here. Right, so you can see this truck here. That's the truck we were just riding in. Ride in my truck. And that's going down to here, where you can see production has kicked off. However, because they've run out of goods already, production has stopped. So transportation is good, production and shipment is down, but that will change when the ships come in. Have we got ships coming in shortly? They're about to cross paths here, so this is brilliant. Let's just, thank you, autosave. Impeccable timing as always. So this one's bringing in almost a full load, so that's brilliant. Before, this was the ship that was sat behind this one. So, anyway, we'll see how they'll just keep going and going and going. That's bringing this, yeah. Why are you showing that, but you're not showing? Anyway, whatever. If we come back up here now, we'll follow the bouncing ball. This is the port. Now, look, it looks the same, but different. So I've just neatened things up. Basically, I moved... This whole section was down here further, and it was all a different shape. I've pushed it all down here and tried to marry it up in this corner. We've got like a little port section here with tourist captains and boats and little gangways and walkways and stuff, and then just sort of painted this area up as a bit of a staff area. I haven't got the mod for car parks, and I haven't got the cars mod. I think I'm going to throw that in here just to start livening up this area down here. I've also got some shops in over here, just breaks the beach section where the lifeguard tower is to the rest of it down here. But anyway, you get it. The buses still work, right? The buses are working fine. The port's working fine. It'll be fine. We've got the large and the small available. And yes, the large port just here. All right, so that's working all brilliantly now. We've got timber being constantly fed down here by train. We could even maybe shorten the two trains and get a longer one in, but there's still 98 on the deck there. How far away is that train? So by the time this thing gets back, it should have plenty. That means there'll be timber on the deck down here now, which there is. So 117 there. By the time that ship gets up here, I doubt whether the train will be back for another load. But yeah, we'll get there. It'll get there. If we have a look down here now. If we have a look down here now. There's 29 sitting on the deck there. That's fine. That's not a bad, that's not bad, because most of it gets sent up here now, where there's 292 sitting on the deck. And our 4 little road vehicles can't handle the truth. I want to instantly do a thing where we're going to put the man tarpaulin on it, right? Oh, we've also got this truck here. Takes capacity of 14. It's not a bad little zip around, is it? The Isuzu Elf TLD 20 flatbed truck. But this takes 17. That takes 14. We're running this at 13. I think we're going to do a significant increase of at least up to 17. replace for that, and I'm thinking we'll just give you 2 extras. Okay, that should start getting that food. Look at all that food sitting on the deck there. That should start to get that lifted and shifted. Same goes, these ones aren't, they're not bringing full loads up all the time or taking full loads back, but we'll just keep an eye on things down here in terms of lifting and shifting, that sort of stuff. Can we get this, I just want to see one of the tarpaulins. Here it comes, the delivery trucks basically. And once we start getting into the newer ages, like the new age, like I'm talking about the 80s, upwards, we're going to start, or even soon we'll probably start to get the Peterbilt truck, just a bigger capacity truck, and it can go quicker, even though we're limited by the speeds of our roads, but you get what I mean. Alright, so we can slow that back down now. Seeing it come in and take one. It's going to do its job, and these guys are going to have all the food they require and fuel. So next thing we have to work on, because Masterton isn't ready for its next product, Gladstone will gladly take some goods. Alright, now we could do machine parts. I'm well aware of that, which is just timber and steel. There's a good factory just sitting here. It's a complex situation doing goods. We're going to get some refined oil here, and we're going to send that refined oil all the way down to this chemical plant here to start producing plastics, right? From there, it's then going to get sent back up the run. So instantly, once we get this refined oil, we're going to have a two-way sort of run. So this to there, that to there. All right. So it's going to be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That'll be a good money maker. Now, getting steel is fine up to here. There's one caveat, one little problem that might unhitch us, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But basically, we've got iron ore there. We've got iron ore here. That's the one we might have to watch out for. We've got coal just here. We can wind it down this road, so that's fine via truck if we need to. And we've got more coal just here outside Palmerston. So coal, we're fine. Iron is going to be a little bit trickier to get it up to there. And this one here, well, you know my rules. The rules of the game are we can't just plow a big tunnel straight through there. No, this mountain, we could go over the mountain. You probably wouldn't see a road over a mountain this big. So we can't do that either. So we're kind of stuck. The only option we're having that I can think of is throwing in an airfield. Now, we don't just throw in an airfield where the airfield carves out half the mountain either. We have to place an airfield. Now, whether or not I use the cargo airport, which is probably going to be better, or the airfield, which is smaller, and it's going to fit in here. See how it just has minimal issues when it comes to terraforming, whereas if you have it over here, you can see how much it terraforms. But if you can get it in this valley, we can get a nice takeoff and landing without affecting it too much. And then we would have to obviously put an airstrip just out here. Now it's not, you can see it's obviously not a big flight. Right? And then we don't want the planes taking off and landing over the town either. So it's not a very big flight coming down this valley just to get the goods here, but needs must, right? And what I must need to do, I think what I should do is change this road to marry up with the train line and then get it. So I think what we want to do today, we want to work on the hardest things first. When it comes to this iron ore, I still don't know how I'm going to get this out of here. Now, these mountains don't lend themselves to quite the severity of these ones here. So, in the realms of taking a dog track or a goat track road up and over these ones is not out of the realm of things there. Otherwise, it has to get sent. Let's just have a look here. Otherwise, we have to send this ore down to Port Charles down to Masterton up the hill here. That's just getting a bit out of hand. We may as well just start sending it from here and here straight over to there and then up, But I think what we'll do, we will use a goat track system only. We'll pretend and we'll say that it's been only commissioned by this iron ore company and they're the only ones that are allowed to do it. It's their road basically, and if anyone wants to go on the road, they have to pay a toll. So, haven't got a road here hooked up. Let's hook that up now. Can I just have that and that? Right, brilliant. Okay, so how would we do this? Yeah, I mean, it literally just has to go up the road here. But I'm just trying to say, well, the only other option is fly it out again as well. Now, if you think, based on my rules, we should be flying this out, then I'm happy to do that. Excuse me, hiccups. Otherwise, let's test a little goat track system here. We want to find, obviously, the easiest 2 points where it's going to be able to goat track something over the hill and get away with it. And I'm thinking, therefore I have a brain, I'm thinking, because you don't want things to look ridiculous. And if the game is, so see how the game's, it's as steep as we can go, but we're almost verging on the point of being in the tunnel. So you really have to wend your way up the hill in a very slow manner. Now a little cheeky tunnel here and there is not going to hurt like that. But we can't be cheeky tunneling everywhere. We have to make sure we're doing the right thing. We can even do a slight cheeky tunnel at the top of the hill. We're a little too much there. I'm thinking more something like that. That is still too steep. It's still too much for me. So come around here. Oh, a bit of bridge in there. Okay, if you're gonna give me a bit of bridge. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's more so what I'm thinking, and I wanted to get over this way so we could start wending our way down this section. You can have some bridge here now. Some more bridge, which is fine. We want to start coming down. Once again, I don't mind having little cheeky tunnels. The span of the bridge can't look out of it can't just like that's I think that should be fine. If you can avoid doing bridges, it's best. Or if you're going to do them, make sure they're not huge bridges. Like that's not huge. That's getting to the point where it's almost too much. Well, I'll tell you what, can you come around? Yeah. The whole point of a goat tree. Yeah, so that's a little nicer in terms of a bridge, I think. And look, I don't know about anywhere else in the world, and I kind of do. I'll be honest, I kind of do. There's plenty of roads in the world that go up and over mountains like this. It's gonna make the drive extremely long. What it is. Let's just see if we need to do a little bit of like terrain manip. Just because I say we want this goat track, but I don't want it looking ridiculous like cars are going to their impending doom. Or trucks for that matter. So give us a little bit of and just clean up some of these edges too. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Like this here, this is a sketchy part of the track just here. I kind of want to leave that lip over there. Take a bit of that down. Right, and then what? Well, we've got these brilliant roads here, right? Right. That's hooked up to that. No, just get it its own. We'll just keep it simple, Simon. Well, it is kind of made for it. It, yeah, yeah, it is. Okay. Can you add? Well, we can do that actually, so that might work out for us. I mean, it's not giving us heaps of like the distance to there as opposed to just here is negligible, but it is what it is. Okay, let's get this road, not street, down here. Yeah, you were kind of always going to have a bridge there, weren't you? And in fact, let's just take you this way, please. And when you start to get trucks with full loads going up and down these hills, you're going to end up with very much... We just want to put a level crossing in. Not if it's going to upset the track like I think it is. It is coming down on a hill, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Can we get away with 3? Get away with a 3 level. Nice little on-ramp there. Brilliant. Okay, that keeps our little bridge there. And all we'll do is just do a fair wallop of smoothing around here if we can. Just to sort of make it look a little like, yes, things are going to look man-made. You need things to look man-made, but take the, like that, there. Things like that, jagged edges and stuff need to go. That's not a thing. Alright, okay. Brilliant. So that's our goat track. That is one heck of a goat track. Now, the one thing I do want to do, because this mountain seems to be lacking trees, is I want to have it lack less trees. I want it more lacking, less lacking. Oh, that's a bit extreme. Let's try that again. Take the strength down. I mean that tree. Yeah, that's kind of all right. You would like mountains don't typically just have no trees, okay? All these mountains, and I know that trees in this game can be a graphics tanker. We can get a really natural look by just doing that. Knock down the strength, and all you do is try and everywhere you see a green section, just try and run the trees in the green section. Everywhere you see a rocky section, doesn't matter if some spill into it, but that's typically where you would see trees. Obviously, where the ground still has life, okay? Where it just has rock, you wouldn't. Okay, so we just do something like that, and you start to get a really nice, like, natural tree look. It's something I did on Billy's Bluff, and I learnt the technique off another content creator. I forget who it was, actually, when I saw them doing things when it came to tree brushwork. Basically, just get your trees like that, and you start to get a really nice effect. And the other good thing about this is it's going to hide our indiscretions from the road goat tracking, right? So do some more there, do some there. Right, all the way down here. Some there, just to there, down there, down there. And we start to get a really nice effect. Now, I'm only using one style of tree as well. I happen to like this style of tree. I think I brought it into the game. I don't think this tree is typically... I don't think it's a native of this map, put it that way. It's not a native tree of this map. And if you're going to use it, you have to bring it in, I think. Which is what I did. Okay, and then we got to also make sure that the trees aren't going over our tracks. Like that. So we now get our little brush like so. And we start to clear up some of this track area because, hey, it is man-made. So they would cull all the trees right next to tracks and roads like that. till nature gets back and it starts throwing some in. But for the moment, we're just going to knock some of those back off the edge, okay? Right, and then we get this nice look, and then we've got our goat track, which is kind of, if you think about it, surrounded by these trees. Hey, people are using the road. This is a private road. Stop using it. I mean, I could go player ownership on it. I think I will. Just so the AI can't do things to it that I don't want them to. Not that they probably won't. I know they probably will, I should say, but you get what I mean. Right, so now we can start getting a line in from here to there. Well, we could put it to there, but you don't. You don't have a truck stop anymore. Am I going to change this road now if we're going to put an airstrip in? Otherwise, it will fit here, but it takes off straight. Oh gosh, oh dear. What are we going to do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I'm gonna change it now. We're also gonna put in the road to be a proper size one, decent size. Can I have you like that? I'll fix you up at the end. Right, bang. It's got a big two-laner going up there. All right, it's 1969. Two-lane roads are all the rage. Okay. We're gonna bring you straight down to here. It's gonna give us plenty of clearance. There. You will still remain. I've got player ownership on. Oh, you know what? Player ownership on all of these is probably not a bad thing. I'm probably okay with it. Means that the AI can't change anything past this point. Right. So if they do, I'm going to charge them. If they want it, I'm going to charge them through the roof. Okay, so good. God, hang on. Truck stop. One of my famous things to do, forget to put truck stops in. Oh, classic ham strikes again. Can I get 3 and 3? I think we're going to need that down here. Now, not huge, not super huge, but let's go there. Let's do some configuring. Maybe we can extend a couple of these out. That'll do it. I can always move the road anyway. For the moment, that will do it. Right. Get it, got it, good. Yeah. Extra capacity there. We take this terrain tool and we start just smoothing things down around here. And then what we do is we give it, hang on, assets, take this. Get rid of all the assets in this known area just for a moment. I mean, it's got its own assets just there, you can see that. I'm going to cut it off. Let's say we put a fence up. That's a big industrial looking fence like this. From about this one, thanks. About here. So there. Do you want to go up the back here? Yeah, we'll go up the back here. Why not? Just to there, please. Just actually to the perimeter. You're floating. Yeah, I'm okay with it floating. What I tend to do these days, when I have floating fences, because I like to keep my fence heights level, I then drop one down below and make it look like a retained fence. And then you just keep going back and forth doing that. To get the desired look you want. And we can go here. But if you can get it in just with using 2 fences, it's brilliant. So we just go finish line. See? Like that. Bang. We can put in some bush stuff. There's even probably a bit more of a dip there, so we could probably throw in another one from here. Like here. But typically that's what I do with a lot of fencing these days as well. So I can get a nice big height, straight looking fence, and B, the bottom is all basically not manicured. And then you can get, if you've got this brush set in, which is a really handy brush set, you can get some like right, so you get this sort of look down the side here of this old, unkept area that the trains run past. There's a big fence. Like, who's coming down here to you know, get the strimmer out or the whippersnipper and start doing that, you know? And the fence kind of just ends here, and I'm okay with that. If you want to get tricky, I guess you could, like, we could just put in one of these stone supports, go the finish here, and then drop it down a couple. Right, give yourself, doesn't matter that they look different. Gosh. Give yourself something to cap them off a little bit. And I'm going to leave typically a section here that... Oh, that didn't really work, did it? Can it go down? No. We can throw in some kind of bushy stuff there. Throw in some bushy stuff, Ham. Maybe try this Ingos one. Don't have the tree assets in it, do I? I really came unequipped with a lot of the assets I really want or need. Right, what I'm going to do in here... okay, I just want to get the old cracked pavement here. Start off with the regular pavement. Right, start off with the reg. Bit of grass coming through never hurt either. In edges like that corner. Just adds a touch of sort of realism. We're only going to come to... there. And from here, back to here. That's actually, that should just probably stay grass. Yeah, it really should. We'll even go with this grass here. See, I want this one. Oh, no, I don't. There we go. If that's the case, what are you going to do when it comes to painting that up? That's quite simple. You just knock the brush size down. And see, what I want to do right near the edges, and I'm going to leave a lot of the grassy stuff in here, right? We don't want to knock down too much of that. I'll go ahead and put some more of that in later. If you like, how do you transition between grass and just an area? Well, there's a couple of things. Gravel's a great one. Knock down the strength of the gravel. Start just sprinkling that through there, right? Put the gravel in. And then you start just petering the gravel out a bit, right? And the grass is sort of coming through, and it's like a transition. Get rid of these. Well, we can't get rid of those. Those trees are part of this asset. Ah. Right, well, I didn't know that realistically, but what we do is probably better off having those around dirt. Right, get yourself... If these are part of the asset, which they are, then get yourself this and paint the trees like they would be in some kind of a garden. It's all fine. That can stay dirt. Because if the building asset's going to have trees and gardens and stuff, then give it trees and gardens and stuff. Trees don't perfectly keep, and you know what? I'm just going to dirt all that, so it's dirt into gravel. All right. Trees don't typically just plonk nicely in grass. Sometimes they do. The grass grows right up to them, but typically trees suck a lot of the water out of the ground. Around where they are, so grass doesn't really get a chance to grow there a lot, and I don't mind that. Okay, and you start to get a desired look that you want down in here. I don't mind, actually, you know what, take the strength right down. Get me some more gravel, please. What's that? That's scree. Scree's not a bad one either, actually. Scree, like, indicates there's a bit of work that's gone on there. Get me the gravel again now. Where is it? This one here is not a bad one either. Just start blending these things through. My gravel, here it is. The gravel. Right, the gravel just sort of... And like anything, the devil's always in the details, okay? You can kind of just start doing that. Now I want to get a bit of cracked. I know I've spent like, what, 5 minutes doing this so far. I do apologize. I know we want to crack on with stuff. We'll get there. But it's nice to show you guys some of the things that I think about. And then what you do is you take some of this, sprinkle it through like that. I know I've done this on Billy's Bluff with you guys before, but that's the sort of look you get around here. So you got some cracked stuff, you got some gravel everywhere, like the pavement's breaking up and it's turned back to gravelly stuff. You got, you know, it just starts to really sort of add to it, making it look used and older and industrial. So yeah, we're gonna leave that as that because the airfield will probably come in here. All that just to get a line in, right? I'll leave you on that one. You're going to be that colour. We're going to just say Port Charles to Queenstown, is it? Ah, crikeys. Pressed all the right. I hit the backspace key. Port to Queen Iron. It's just a delivery via truck. We should put goat track. We should put goat track on. Iron goat track. You see, you got some nice little hints of red up in them there mountains. Get off my road. I should charge a toll on it. Start charging them a toll to ride my goat track road. Right, let's get some trucks on there. Where is our closest truck point? Right here. We're buying trucks from here. There's always got to be one around. Okay, we're going to be using dump trucks. This man 19.304 dump truck is brilliant for what we want to do. It takes 21, so it's a good amount. We're going to say I'm going to go like 18 straight off the bat. I'm going to set them on Port Queen Iron Truck, right? So they're going to head off and roll. Man, trucks roll out. All right, they're going to head off and do that. Here comes the passenger train. Brilliant. All these oh, look at how old that thing is now. It's kind of a bit dippy through here, isn't it? I reckon it's because this road's making it dip through there. Yucky poo. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so we know that we've got that established really well. Now, are we going to be sending this via truck? The refined oil to the chemical warehouse? No, we'll be sending it via train. Now, so it's going to get, this line here is going to get very busy because we're going to piggyback the passenger line straight through town. There's no point in, you know, with little maps like this and with how you've got things running. You know, on big maps, you can run the quad track, you can run 6 tracks, you can run cargo up 3 of them and passengers down the other 3, or you know, cargo up 4 and passengers down 2 or something, and you can really make some really extravagant looking lines. But with this, I like a map that's intricate and small like this and quite tight. I love running everything up and down the same lines. However, we are going to branch off here and we're going to put in a nice big cargo train station up here. So let's get physical, high speed. Let's go with 4. I can probably make this even bigger. It doesn't even need to be, it can just be lined up how we want it to be lined up. It doesn't even need to be perfect. It's going to be sitting up here. We're going to truck from it, right? It literally is just about, it doesn't matter. It's about what? It's about, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to extend it by 2 lengths, 1 at each end. And go tracks. We're running to the catenary. I just feel like we will, but we don't need to for we don't need to for cargo, do we? No, we don't. So then why are you doing it? You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to change. I'm going to take the catenary off these tracks. Wait, that's just changing them back to. Use this one here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do there. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I want to do just a little bit more configuring. I want to throw just a few more cargo. Actually, I'm going to leave one side open in case we ever need any more coming up and down here. We're going to have some turnaround points as well. I'm going to have these next to there. I want to fill up this side to make it look very, very busy. I'll give you the little, I love the little drive up dock sections that come with it. I typically do 2 together like that. I do the bigger one and the smaller one. Then what we do is we throw in some buildings. Make this place look busy, busy. Busy, 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 busy. So let's go with that one. We'll keep it symmetrical. Alright. I'm okay with that. Let's get a road boshed down there. Streets. Take player ownership off. We don't need these to be player ownershiped. We'll come from this junction. That's kind of perfect, actually. We will also give you a connection to there, will we? Just make it to there. That's fine. Okay. And some big bad truck stops, please. So give me that. Give me 30. We can add more to these as well. For the moment, this will serve us for what we need. We've got the option to put more in later if we need it. Plenty along here we can get in, so that's brilliant. And then once again, we could just take all these trees out, because if you think about it, this whole area down here would have been just cleared, absolutely cleared, to get this whole thing built. And then you would typically probably see a lot of this gravel around here, you know, like this, where the site had just been sort of put in and everything needs to be landscaped and regrown. And you know, typically that's kind of what you would see a lot more of that around here, especially with an oil rig just around the corner, you know. So we'll just sort of do that and let it be what it is for the moment. Okay. We are going to be trucking stuff into here from here, which is brilliant. It's not far to go at all for us. So we will, once again, we're only going to go 1 and 1. We probably don't even need that. That's probably way too much. I'm just going to keep it simple with my placements for this, like that. Okay. That's totally fine. We don't need to do anything else, because eventually we'll be dropping. So we're going to be dropping goods in here. If anything, we could probably add a 3rd platform. Make him a touch longer, and then give us that. Add car outside. So we're going to be having the plastics come in. We're going to have the steel come in. We're going to have the goods go out. So 3 platforms. 1, 2, 3. Right, you got it. Got it good. So this here, we're not utilizing at all. This here is not being used. Well, it is being used at 100% production. Kind of. These trucks don't typically run out full every time. So, a couple of things we can do. We can start importing oil, crude oil, from up here where nothing is going on at all. Let's have a look around. Let's do some shopping here, see if there's any other places on the map that are selling crude oil. Typically these two up here, which we could be using down here, we could actually, and there's one, you know what? We could ship in a heap of oil down to Port Charles and get it up there, couldn't we? Yeah, we really could. We won't bother too much in the moment. And look, obviously, I was just checking the time. We're not going to be clearly finishing any of this today. We're going to be running you flat. I want to have you flat things through there. A little bit of a cheeky tunnel. I'm going to start peeling it off from this direction. Yeah. He should only need to come from that way. I'm just going to redo this section here. I don't want a tunnel there. I just don't want a tunnel. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to take this, flatten it. Through there. No, you can have the tunnel back. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can have that back. And then just smooth it off to clean it all up. Yep. Happy with that. Much happy with that through there. Got to do all the tree work still as well. You can see the trees aren't really brilliant through here. Much like what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, so that's that. What you haven't done is given it the ability. Well, it's one track. For the moment, it's one way in. We've got all these tracks. What did you need them for? In case of emergency. Break glass. Good question, well asked. What we're going to do is this. I'm going to put all these in. Like so. Right, then we're going to get this. Yeah, does that... Ah, game! Okay. That's the way you want to play it. Get you fixed up. You didn't do what I want you to do. That's okay, because I can make you do what I want you to do. We're taking this one to there. These ones in here, they don't actually need to be there. I will put them in anyway, for looks. Because if anything, we're all about looks. Not digging that at all. It's those two, it's the two middle pieces, so I'm just going to take them right out because I'm not happy with them at all. If anything, I'm actually quite happy with that. I probably need this to be straighter before it turns, just so I can get my desired look of, you know, like I can get this in here. If you did that, can you still get that in there? Oh, okay. No, it's still not great though. You see the gaps in it they don't look great the way it fans out. I'd have to do a lot more fixing up for that. So I'm going to leave it like that for the moment. And then we've got to have a turnaround point. The turnaround on this one's going to be much easier. But actually, if you think about it, we actually need to back it out or get it turned around. And it needs to feed back into here so it can head back down the line. Or it could just double back on itself around here and feed back into the line that way. No. Currently, there's no reason why it couldn't, because these tracks only go one way. And we have the ability to have two. Having a track go two way and that way is probably not a bad idea. And then what? Then they have to marry up in here where they can. That doesn't even need to be, it can just say non-slipped, which is fine. What do we think about that? That's adding, well, I think it's just going to be easier if you take it down through there. So, what if, are you running a different height road through here? I would think you should be flat, should you not? Oh, I don't think you are, actually. Oh, it's definitely not. Bugger on toast. Okay, come out of here flat. try that again. Come out straight for me. It's only 49. It's only like... Yeah, it's fine. Right, like that. Take out this road. Yep, you guessed that we're going to be putting a nice little bridge over the top of it. Now, once again, it only needs to be single track. Streets. How you can do this? Quite easily. We've got a nice, good head start on the height difference there. So just come up 2 for me. You can get a bridge with 2. You're not getting a bridge with a height of 2. You can get the height of 2 from that side. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Okay, smooth this out. Smooth it on out, smooth it on out. Okay, now all we do is run the rest of the track into them. Right, once again, simple Simon. You know, I'm going to run it around the corner here. Oh, yeah. Okay, and these two, what about them? Well, oh, stand by. That's not how we do that. Stand by to stand by. Ready for action. Okay. How you can do that, Ham? Well, just simply the same way we did it before. We're going to actually come off that bit there. Right, so they merge before they get around the turn here. And everything's fine. And then get your tool and smooth it all out. Smooth it on out, smooth it on out. I didn't realize actually how this area wasn't as flat as I thought. I probably should have gone ahead and flattened everything first. You can see the actual undulation there. And the dips and falls of any good story. Right, and then we just keep coming through here. How is your height? Are you a level crossing? Are you going to make a level crossing? Guess more to the point. We're literally just coming to plug. We can literally just plug into this. In fact, I'm going to take you out. You've already given us a connection in here. I'm well aware that also the fact that that goes into catenary. Can you just plug in there and see what you give me? Give me a fine level crossing. Absolutely fine. I think. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. And then what we'll do is, actually, we'll make the actual train depot, which is going to be brilliant, part of this freight yard. Oh, yes, indeedly do. If we did something like, it could be even out on this edge, it can be sitting up over here near the oil well, it can be sitting in this corner. We got options. We got options when it comes to this, to our train depot yard, which is going to be brilliant. We can get things looking nicely up here. Right, because it is a bit of a area up where not much is happening, so we can just utilize that. So we've got our way in, we've got our way out. We don't have a train station down here yet. We've got to run the airport in. So, homework for you guys. Okay. Let me know. Have you got any other thoughts? Okay, without downloading mods, utilizing the tools at our disposal down here. Has anyone got any thoughts? My thought instantly is bosh in an airport, right? Because we can get away. Which way do you take off from? That way. We can get away with. Probably wouldn't take off that way, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, we can get away with putting an airport, a small airfield in here without doing too much terrain manipulation. Vice versa. Looks like we can probably get one up here as well. The only trouble is with this one is it's going to take off over the top of the towns and probably land, unless I can get it in like that. But you're still starting to see a little bit of terrain manipulation. Also want to flesh out that farm to make it look more well, farming. Yeah, let me know what you think about that. And I just smashed the mic. I guess that's kind of where we're at with that. Today, nothing too spectacular. We're going to sit in the passenger seat of our truck again. Oh yeah. Why? Oh, it's a different truck too. Because we're going to ride the goat track. Oh, the goatiest of goat tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. We can sit right back here. This is a brilliant view, by the way. I love it. Well, actually, we could sit like... No, I like that. We can see what the driver's up to. Alright, gang. So, thanks for joining me on today's adventure. We got a lot to do, okay? It always... Every time I finish a point in the story... I call it a story, but a point on the map where we've completed like a passenger line, or we've completed a cargo line. There's always something to do. Until we do get to the end. Right at the moment, we have our work cut out for us getting goods produced. Goods is probably one of the hardest things to get produced always, just because of how many elements you have to consider when you're putting the lines together, and how you've got to bring everything to consolidate it into that one product from all over the map. That's what gets really tricky. Enjoy this little goat track ride along today. Let me know your thoughts. Are you happy with the goat track? Should we be doing something different to the goat track? Remember your homework. Airfield or question mark. How do you feel about that? That's all you gotta do. Just comment down below and just let me know that. Alright team, stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screens for plenty more action to come this week. I've been Van Ham. Thanks for hanging out. Stay safe. Stay glued. Get out of here.